It's Tuesday as we go through the word for you today. Trust in God's unchanging character. Psalm chapter 56, verse 3. David says, "When I am afraid, I will trust in you." David has nowhere to turn. He's been captured by Philistines. He's being pursued by King Saul. His people, his very own people, are hunting him down. So he can't go to his own people. The enemies that he has fought against all these years and defeated them, well, he can't go to them because they hate him, they'll kill him. So he has nowhere to go. So he kind of throws himself at the mercy of the Philistines, and he pretends like he's crazy and fools them. But he says, through all this experience, he says, when I am afraid, God, I will trust in you. When we have nowhere else to turn, how can we trust God? How can we turn to Him? Well, first of all, don't depend on your own understanding of the situation. Proverbs 3, verse 5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and don't lean on your own understanding." You know, there are times when something seems so obvious to me. Why doesn't God get this? Why doesn't God do something about this? And then in hindsight, I find out, okay, God really knew what He was doing. If He'd have done what I thought He should do, it would have been a big mess. So sometimes our understanding of the situation isn't real accurate. We think it is, but it really isn't. Second thing, realize that God is working all things for our good. Romans 8:28. We know that in all things God works for the good for those who love Him, those who are called according to His purpose. You know, when we realize that no matter what happens to us, God wants the very best for us. There are times when we go through difficult times. Maybe an illness. It may be somebody's turned against us. It could be any number of things. And if we just spend time, talk to God, and you're miserable, tell Him how miserable you are. But just turn to Him and say, God, I really don't have anywhere else to turn. God, I need you. Help me. And then eventually we'll see how God will use that difficult situation to help us at something else in our life. The third thing, Jesus is greater than any situation that we could possibly be in. John chapter 16, verse 33. Jesus said, "In this world you will have trouble. Take heart, for I have overcome the world." There is nothing that you're going to face that Jesus can't help you through. Nothing. There have been times when I thought there is just no way around this. There's no way. And you know what? He was there. It took time, but He was there. Jesus is greater than any situation we'll find ourselves in. And we get in those situations, we don't have anywhere else to turn. We turn to Jesus. And the fourth thing, we are never alone. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10 says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." That's God talking to His people. He says, do not fear, I'm with you. Don't be dismayed. I am your God. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Is God strong enough? Yeah. Is He big enough? Yeah. Does He have enough love? Yeah. We're never alone. Even though we may feel like we're alone, we're never alone because He is there with us. So when we're afraid, when we're in a situation we don't know what to do, first of all, don't depend on your own understanding. Okay, I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, spend some time with God. Second thing, realize that God can use this experience for your good if we will allow Him. Third thing, Jesus is greater than any situation we can be in. And the fourth thing, remember, you're never alone. You are never alone. John Kavanaugh was a noted and famous ethicist. He went to Calcutta to meet Mother Teresa. He was looking for what he wanted to invest his life in. And when he met Mother Teresa, he asked her to pray for him. She asked him, "What do you want me to pray for?" He said, "Clarity. Pray that I have clarity. She thought for a moment, and she says, no, I'm not going to pray that you have clarity. And he goes, well, why not? She says, because clarity is the last thing you're clinging to, and you must let go of it. He says, but you have such clarity. She looked at him and smiled and says, I have never had clarity. What I've always had is trust. So I will pray that you trust God. No matter what situation you run into. We may not have clarity. We may not understand it. But what we can do is we can trust God. And that's what he calls on us to do. And you know what? He hasn't failed yet. Is there anything you need to call on him today to help you with? He will not fail. Have a good day.